This is Storybook Radio.
Chapter 18. Phoenix stands on the shore of the Black Sea, the cold, gritty sand shifting beneath his feet. The air is thick with a palpable tension, and the dim light from the horizon reflects off the water, revealing ripples in the waves. In his hand, the key feels heavier than ever, its intricate engraving of the red bird a constant reminder of the impossible decision before him. Henry stands beside him, his small frame trembling slightly as he looks up at his father. "You should leave, Dad," Henry says, his voice soft but resolute. "You have the key. You can get out of here." His words are tinged with sadness and gratitude, his eyes glistening in the dim light. Phoenix's grip tightens on the key as his mind races. Is he truly my son? The question churns in his thoughts, each potential answer more painful than the last. He shifts his weight uncomfortably, avoiding Henry's gaze. The possibility that Henry could be real gnaws at him, making the decision even harder. "I don't know if I can do that," Phoenix murmurs, his voice barely audible. The weight of the key feels like it's pressing into his soul. His movements are hesitant, every step slow and cautious, as if his body is as uncertain as his mind. "You can," Henry insists, his voice breaking slightly. "You have to." Phoenix nods absently, his thoughts a storm of doubt and guilt. The shore stretches before them, endless and desolate. He glances down at the boy beside him and gestures for them to walk. Together, they begin a slow journey along the edge of the sea, the sound of gentle waves lapping against the shore, the only noise. The Black Sea ripples faintly, its surface smooth like oil. The horizon is a blur, its edges folding into the darkness. As they walk, Phoenix's shoulders sag under the weight of the moment. His mind drifts to memories of Henry's mother, her laughter like sunlight piercing through a storm. "Your mom," Phoenix begins, his voice carrying a mix of warmth and sorrow. "She was brave, stubborn as hell too. She would have done anything for you." He pauses, the memory of her face vivid in his mind. "She used to hum this lullaby when you couldn't sleep. Drove me crazy, but you loved it." Henry looks up at him, his expression softening. "I think I remember that," he says, though his tone is uncertain. "Tell me more about her." Phoenix smiles faintly, the edges of his grief momentarily dulled. She was the kind of person who could find the good in anything. No matter how bad things got, she'd find a way to make you laugh. She had this way of making the world feel brighter, even when it wasn't. Henry listens intently, his eyes reflecting both sorrow and understanding. The bittersweet nature of their conversation lingers in the air, a fragile bond between father and son amidst the shadows of doubt. As they glare at the exit door, Phoenix's resolve grows. His shoulders straighten, and his grip on the key becomes steadier. The iron door looms before them, its surface smooth and cold. The latch with the bird engraving waits silently, an unwavering symbol of the choice he must make. Phoenix pauses, his breath catching in his throat. The prison of his own mind feels clearer now, the chains of guilt and doubt pressing against him. He looks at Henry, his voice trembling as he speaks. I think I've been trapped here longer than I realized, maybe even before this place." Henry's eyes widen slightly, his expression unreadable. Phoenix closes his eyes, taking a deep breath. When he opens them again, his resolve is firm. He steps toward the latch, the key poised in his hand. "No more running," he whispers. "I know you're not my son. He's dead." Before he can insert the key, Henry's form begins to waver. Phoenix freezes as the boy's features distort, his eyes darkening and turning sharp. A cruel smile twists Henry's face as his body dissolves into a cloud of black smoke. "No!" the voice screeches, echoing from the smoke. The cloud swirls violently around Phoenix before dissipating into the air. Phoenix stands motionless, the empty shore now eerily quiet. His chest feels hollow, the weight of loss and liberation battling within him. Slowly, he raises the key and inserts it into the latch. The door creaks open, revealing a blinding light that engulfs him as he steps forward. Phoenix awakens abruptly, his body jerking upright. His breathing is ragged, his skin damp with sweat. The soft glow of a bedside lamp fills the room, and he blinks rapidly, disoriented by the shift from the dream world to reality. "Phoenix!" Valerie's voice is sharp with relief as she wraps her arms around him. "Thank God. We were so worried. Dell stands nearby, his expression a mix of concern and curiosity. You were out for hours, he says. What happened in there? Phoenix shakes his head, his thoughts a jumble of fragmented memories. It was Henry, he murmurs, something pretending to be him. Valerie pulls back slightly, her hands resting on his shoulders. You're safe now, she says, her voice firm. Whatever it was, it can't hurt you anymore. Before Phoenix can respond, a low rumble fills the room. His gaze shifts to the foot of the bed, where the painting of the Omniscient hangs. The canvas shakes violently, the image of the Omniscient's smirk twisting into a full, menacing grin. Phoenix! The voice booms from the painting, cold and mocking. You think you've escaped? You've only just begun to understand the game. Valerie gasps, her grip tightening on Phoenix's arm. Dell steps forward, his eyes narrowing. What the hell is this? He demands. Phoenix's expression hardens, his exhaustion giving way to determination. He pushes himself out of bed, standing tall despite the lingering ache in his body. It's not over, he says, his voice steady. But I'm ready for whatever comes next. The painting stops shaking, the Omniscient's grin frozen in place. The room falls silent, the weight of the moment pressing down on all of them. A sense of foreboding lingers, the Omniscient's presence an unrelenting shadow over their reality. Phoenix takes a deep breath, his resolve unshaken. Let's finish this,